What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Burley Fishing, and today we are unboxing, namely the Monsterbass box for October 2019. So if you want to see what's in here, stay tuned. If this is your first time on my channel, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that notification button if you want to see more videos that I post. I post 2 a week, usually 1 checking out new gear, 1 going fishing. So without further ado, let's get right into this thing. So I will say first, this is the regional box versus the national box. Big difference there. This one is supposed to have 8 baits versus the 6 that come in the national box, but this one is going to be more specific to my region, and we are coming from the Midwest region. It's starting to get cold here. Expect to see some fall fishing classics, I'd hope, and Monsterbass is known for trying to send some better brands in their boxes too. Let's see if that's true. I will also say that the postal system did a better job with this box than my last month's box. So, first time opening this up. All right. So they know bass. Woo! I have a card this time. That's exciting. This didn't come in my last box, so I'm happy with that. So now I can tell you the value of each bait and lure that is in here as we go through it. So, right off the top, new stick. This is gonna go right on my little table here. I don't have any other use for them, but whatever. We got a buzz bait. So topwater action changes up a little bit in the fall. You can still hit them on the frog from time to time, but you are gonna be a little more accurate things like wake baits and buzz baits like this, which are gonna be fished just slightly below the surface. So this is the Strike King. This is the bleeding bait. It's a little Halloween theme here for October. That's pretty cool. Let's crack this guy open so you guys can take a look. This is a 3/8 ounce black and red. Boom. With a nice red hook, if you guys can see that. So it's gonna look like a bleeding, injured bait fish, right? And it's going to cause a lot of commotion top of the water column here. So, you know, first foot or so, we're going to be stirring a lot of water. That commotion is going to draw some fish. They're going to look at this as an injured bait fish and they're going to take a bite. So that'll probably pick some up. I'm actually going fishing a little bit. We're going to test that out. So other thing that's pretty common for this time of year. Oh yeah, the value. You guys might want to know that. So the Strike King was $5. So $5 value on that. We'll tally this up at the end. Other thing you're gonna be throwing a lot right now is crankbaits, usually square bills, but you could go deep diving. So this is a deep diving 12 to 14 foot by Norman Lures. Value is $6. And I'm liking this. This is a mega flash pattern. So let's take a look here. I don't know if they have a name for this color. Yeah, there it is. So color is pearl white, but check this out. Where are you? Giant hooks, just mega hooks. But you'll notice as I turn this maybe in the light, you can see that there's a little bit of flash, a little bit of a glint, right? So there's, looks like right up the middle of this, right where you can see the rattle system, there's like a little foil. Right, a little reflective surface, and then we've got a pearl, a little bit of red on the bottom there, and then this clear coat throughout so that reflection can come out of here. So it's going to cause a lot of flash underwater. Again, it's deep diving, so we're going down about 12, 14 feet. All in all, I'd say pretty good looking bait. Googly red eyes there. Not a very loud rattle, but it's all right. So we might be throwing this today. We'll see. Trash out of here. All right. Moving on, so we have so far $5 and was Norman $6. We're at like $11 right now. Keep adding that up. Bass drop shot hook. Looks like a size 4. Yep. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so it says right here in the description inside, it's like drop shotting on steroids. Wait, let me open this up so I can read this thing. All right, fine. Oh, it had a peel on the back, whatever. All right, So if I open this up, I'm gonna show you guys these hooks. They look real weird. So it's like drop shotting on steroids, and then we have a little diagram, if you guys can see that, of how you might rig this. So the problem it looks like they're trying to solve here is keeping that bait nice and horizontal in the water, versus if you didn't have this piece, you throw it out there, pretty much no matter what weight you have, the hook's gonna drop kind of like that, right? And you're gonna bounce it, it's gonna move around with the current. I'm assuming this is gonna maybe prevent that a little bit. We'll see. I'm not a big drop shot fisherman, but I mean, I should probably learn to be, because I'm in the Midwest and it's supposed to work really well here. So I'm gonna be hanging on to these. We'll see if we can try them out later. All right, next up, been waiting for something like this. This looks pretty hot. This is a top treble hook. What the heck? All right, so Savage Gear Bluegill. This guy is valued at 12 bucks. 12 bucks. This is that 3D swim bait here. I mean, it looks hot. That is a giant gill to be swimming in the Midwest. I mean, I'm excited to fish it. So we've got a treble on the bottom, a treble on the top. We can pop these out. Whoop. Can let that one free hang maybe, and then this one, if they're coming in and eating it from the front, I could have this one like that. There's a large chance of getting this hung up on some structure, so I'm gonna be careful with it. But I might try swimming this through some open water, see if we can't entice a giant bass or a pike. And then again, you can bury the hooks, right? Get in there, buddy. Kind of like so, right? So we're not gonna have a free hanging treble. A little easier to get through some of the cover, but you know, as weeds die in the fall, this is going to be easier to fish for sure. So that's pretty rad looking though. I would love to catch a fish on that. All right, next up we got some craws. So big bite baits. This looks like a 4-inch college craw in the watermelon red, right? So let's check these guys out. I mean, I'm sure you guys have all fished big bite baits. It's pretty common, affordable bait. This one is valued at 4 bucks. Yeah, so 4 bucks for like 8 craws in here. It's a pretty good deal. So we have a beautiful watermelon red craw. Nice big claw handles. It's gonna move a lot of water. Cool little dangly legs on the side. And then it's segmented here. So depending on the size of the jig or the hook that you're throwing this on, you could trim it, right? Pretty easily. So that's gonna be solid. Okay, so when I hit the river this weekend with a buddy of mine, we're probably gonna throw this weedless, maybe a 1/4 ounce weight, and we're gonna bounce it around the rocks on the flat river. So this should be pretty solid. Again, $4 value there. Yes, okay, so this is actually really what we need to throw around weedless. So we got some tubes, Cruncher Baits, pretty cool. They have their Facebook contact on the back here. Tips for using tubes. I don't know if you guys have fished tubes before, but they are freaking money for bass, especially on the river. I love fishing these. So we got a good size tube. This is no description, but it's like a 3-inch tube. It's like a fairly large tube. Again, in that watermelon red, which is gonna work great for us. Lots of action with those legs. Again, it's gonna imitate some bait fish dying. We're gonna lift it up, let it fall. A lot of times we might bounce it across the bottom as we fish it. But that one should go pretty great on the river. I'm excited about that. I'm gonna be fishing a dam, and then we've got some different structure type areas with down trees, lay downs, lots of grass matting, and then a big rocky area by the dam. So tubes work great in that. Next up, this also worked great in that area. We have a craw pattern, sort of a medium crankbait, medium diving, 48 feet. Looks pretty solid. We got a molting craw pattern crankbait in that 6 cents box that we opened this month. This is a similar idea, again, with that molting craw. So we have, you know, some of those spotting on the back, a little flash of chartreuse and yellow on the belly, and sort of that brown color, right? And then the shell of the craw coming down. Solid wide lip on that, decent size hooks. We're gonna definitely run this when we hit the flat river this week. So it's a pretty solid item to be having. And then we got grubs, which I'll probably throw maybe on a chatterbait or a jig head. So this is Bite, right? Fancy name. Catch Outdoors seems to be the brand, and we are at Catch Outdoors, $5. $5. So we got a $5 value there. That looks like it's $1 a grub. Holy cow. All right, so there's 5 grubs in there and sort of this, like, I don't know what you would call this, gold, brownish, translucent color with some spotting. And let's pop her open. There you go. Pretty thick tail on that grub. Boom, so that's gonna move a decent amount of water. I just looked up recently about throwing these on chatterbaits. I've never tried that before, so I have a solid chatter color for this. I might throw even today, and then definitely when we hit the river this weekend. So yeah, I think that's everything here, right? So total value of this box, we have $12 for this Savage gear. It's a beautiful bait. $10 for this SPRO craw crankbait. Got $6 for the Norman crankbait, deep diver. $5 for the Strike King. Whoa, that buzz bait. $4, $5. $5 for the Grubs. $5 for the tubes. $4 for the big bite baits, craw. And then for these Daiichi hooks, this is that new standout, keep it horizontal drop shot. $3 there. So if I'm adding this up right, $50. So we got about $50 in value. So we got about $50 in value according to this card and these baits that we have. I mean, pretty solid deal. Like, I know for a fact, like these 3D Savage gears, especially if it's a multi-jointed, not just that middle joint, that's pretty valuable. Lure crankbaits are always solid. We got some solid plastics, and I bet they'll catch fish. So we're gonna take these babies out. We're gonna see what we can do, try to do some work this week, this weekend, and get some fish for you guys. Hopefully you guys liked the unboxing. Let me know what you think, right, in the comments. Do you guys think that these guys know bass? Does Monsterbass know bass? I think it's a pretty solid box. This is my second one, my first regional box. I'm excited to compare it actually to the Mystery Tackle Box Elite box, which I'll be getting next month. I'm gonna keep getting these guys until I don't feel like it's valuable anymore. But let me know if you guys have any thoughts, comments, concerns, or questions about boxes like this or the ones that I've been opening, especially new ones like the 6th Sense. If you guys liked the video, go ahead and subscribe, throw me a like, share with your friends, hit that notification button. I drop 2 videos a week, so plan to see some fishing with baits like this too. We'll see you guys out there.